This video is for entertainment purposes only. Nothing is meant to be taken seriously at all. I'm just sharing my own opinions, not facts, off publicly accessible information first made public by the public figure. Please do not go to these people's channels and leave mean-spirited, negative, discouraging, or disparaging comments. This is for entertainment purposes only. And of course, it's for Leela purposes. Leela. Hey, queen. She's gonna fall off her bed. What's up, y'all? This is Not Your Average Reaction. And of course, special guest, Leela. Hey, queen. Today, I want to finish catching up on Miss Foodie Beauty. She went live yesterday for like 5 hours, and obviously there's absolutely no way I'm doing that, y'all. So sorry, but Barbecue Chillin' has come in clutch, like usual, with a highlight reel. I am eternally grateful for Barbecue Chillin' and Apathetic Facts for doing these types of videos. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't even, there's no way I would be reacting to her lives. It's so, but anyway, so yeah, I'm going to be reacting to this today. I have reacted to a bunch of Apathetic Facts Amberlyn Reed highlights that I'm going to try to kind of mash into either one video or two videos today. And then Saturday, I'll post this most likely while I'm working on Girl World Watch for Sunday night. And yeah, should be a grand old time. Do I have anything else to say? I guess not. So without any further ado, my Amber videos may be a little scuffed because I did not check to see if my audio like capture thing in OBS was working. Like I check it before every video just in case, because you don't want to record a whole video and then have no audio. That's terrible. But yeah, I know I could, like, if I did lose the audio, I could like try my best to sync up the audio by recording a whole new video. But that's just, I'm sorry y'all, it's just too much work with Girl World Watch. But without any further ado, let's get started. All right, let's make it clap.
She make it clap, clap, clap. She make it clap, clap, clap.
The same curve. I always run over that. Ah! She's not a respectable girl. He's got it on.
Got the.
He's got it on. Wow. Wow.
So this live was like genuinely 5 hours, you guys. And I have her at 1.35, and I'm sure Barbecue Chillin' has her at least like 1.5, or not 1.5, like 1.15 or something.
Hey, Orange, Scrape, Anna, Lauren, Cheeseburgers.
Okay, I'm already like hyper focusing on stupid stuff, but like I noticed this in her last video when she was like, "I'm sorry, I make weird noises" or whatever. What is going on with Foodie Beauty when she's acting like this? She like doesn't open her mouth to like speak. Like it feels like her, like the bottom part of her mouth is almost frozen. Let me show you again. Not this part.
Hello. Hey, Orange, Scrape, Anna, Lauren,
She's
Cheeseburgers.
Like, hello.
Kylie, Brooke. Whoa, I got chicken teriyaki. Look at this. Yum. Hi, Foodie, I'm a Muslim woman in Dubai. Your face and hijab looks really bad. Please try to fix this for your benefit, inshallah. Thank you. I know I look awful right now.
Inshallah.
How long I'm here for? Man, I'm feeling more geriatric by the day. You thought that?
I was reading some comments this morning and people are like, I think Foodie Beauty has gained weight while in Syria. And if that's true, that's insane. But I think I'm slowly being enlightened to the fact that Foodie Beauty has been very hyperbolic with how active she's been in Syria. I think most likely what has been going on is she's just been laying around with a fan on her and people serving her basically all day is what I think's going on.
La, 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 la. I have no idea how the emergency services work. I mean, there must be addresses. I don't know. I don't know. I never see like an address posted like 123 Maple Street like on the house. You know, I don't know. I've never seen. You know, I floss every day. I have my floss there.
Let's do a floss check, girl. I want you to floss on live and then spit for me. And if there's any blood, girl, you're lying.
Show you. I mean, I don't floss every day when I remember. I actually flossed today.
Maybe.
So yeah, I'm excited to see what car. We need a car there because honestly, not just for us. Like we help a lot of people with the car too, and also like hitchhikers. But it's not hitchhikers like in the West. Like this is like a normal way of life thing between villages. I have not left the hotel. Okay, note to self: do not eat teriyaki sauce because. How did they not see this? I'm not supposed to have this power bank, especially Anchor, and they combed through every single piece of.
So I think that low-key proves that she took a flight. So Foodie Beauty uses a child to ask for PayPal donations, and then the next day basically ends up in Qatar in a decent hotel. This isn't a low-star hotel. This is a decent hotel. This is not a motel. Yeah, I'm just going to let that be out there.
Oh no. So love will be mad if they throw it out. It's a power bank. Yeah, but in Syria, they said, no, you can't bring any power banks with that. They shot out my hijab pins. They shot out my razors. They shot out my sharpener for my eyeliners, which I wasn't happy about. Whoops. But you never thought you'd see that tattoo. This friggin' shirt. Sorry. They said we cannot have any Anchor products for some reason. Yeah, that's Salah's power bank. He'll be mad if they pitch it. I don't see why.
Isn't that... I have sports-induced asthma. I was diagnosed when I was in high school. I got a small little inhaler I use before exercise. I haven't needed it since college because I don't play competitive sports. But isn't the device that she just used supposed to be used for like children who have a hard time using their inhaler? I'm being very petty, you guys. I'm so sorry.
This friggin' shirt. Sorry. They said we cannot have any Anchor products for some reason. Yeah, that's Salah's power bank. He'll be mad if they pitch it. I don't see why they would pitch it. I think that's only leaving Syria to here. Qatar, they don't really care.
And it looked like albuterol, so she might also have sports-induced asthma, which it's crazy that it's flaring up when she's just sitting in her hotel.
First sip of coffee of the day at 11 p.m. Oh, please. So every single thing we buy in life is going to be Sass's money? Like, I didn't know you could fund a whole renovation traveling for a few weeks on $1,000, K-Love, but nice try.
Well, yeah, we don't think that you're using the money for the renovations. We think you took all that money, used it for a flight and a hotel. Possibly, in my opinion, this is not a fact. This is what I think and how I feel. I think that she forgot that she had to make a visa run, and she didn't expect that it was going to be a really expensive flight, or maybe the flight was expensive because she had to get it last minute. And so in a desperate attempt to try to, fix this, she used the closest grift around her at the time, which was that child, unfortunately.
Like, there's no way. I can actually understand because, like, obviously, after raising money for her school, I travel into like a hotel, and I get that, but no, it's not. I would never in a million years ever do that. Plus, besides which, it's just not enough to do.
Once I figure out how much videos and stuff like that make and how all that works, I'll definitely have a more informed opinion about all this, but I am kind of left out in the dark right now just because I literally haven't gotten paid yet from them. I'm still setting that stuff up, so, just letting y'all know that.
On a trip, like, the flight was like $900. How am I going to stay at a hotel? Like, there's no way. Because how do you know the money went to her schooling? Okay, not all of the money is going to her tuition fees. Some of it's just going to go to transportation, outfits, supplies, whatever they need. Like, it's going to them. but she is going to be in school. Like I said, we can post updates of her being in school and stuff. Do I have a nice view out the window? Not really. I mean, it's okay, but it's nothing too special, Margie. You know? Yeah. Yep. Yeah, they let her on camera. Yep. I guess so. It was they consented to it. I can get why some people are.
And I don't know what the social media presence is like in Syria. Is it fairly common to have like a Facebook or no? Because, when the internet first came out, no one really had a problem with like family vlogging, but I think as time goes on, people see how children can be like kind of exploited, I suppose, in those types of situations, and it can be kind of very unfair. And children can't give consent, and the parents don't exactly know what's going on, so the consent that they give isn't an informed decision. So I think Foodie's just taking advantage. If any part of this story is true, she's definitely just taking advantage of people that don't know any better.
But it is what it is. Like, I'm tired of people honestly like pocket watching every little thing only whenever I need help for somebody or for something, and it's just like, if I post a receipt, oh, it's fake. You have time.
Well, yeah, it's not just only you. I guarantee you, if Amberlyn Reed, Alexandra Rodriguez did something like this, people would be looking at it very closely as well, because they have a history of not being honest, just like you do. And I've said this before, and I'll say it again, but if you weren't a middleman for donations, no one would have a problem with this at all, Foodie. I think some people would investigate just to make sure that like whatever we're donating to isn't a secret link to you. But other than that, I think most people would just be like, okay, yeah, this is legit. Looks like she's being honest this time. But maybe you should just start doing truly honest stuff. And then that way we'll start to believe you, girl, when you try something kind of out there.
Make it up. Like, it's just never ending, and I just want it to end. No, I think if I need help for something, I'm not going to make any promises, and if people don't trust me, they don't have to donate. That's it. I would never take money from a child in need after their parents asked me to help them. Said, can you do a live with Sasa? Maybe people will want to help. She needs help with school, and that's when we learned about that. And I said, sure, why not? And I knew. I said, you know what?
So she's saying that the parents said put Sasa on live, so that makes me think that they kind of know what's going on, maybe. If y'all have an informed opinion on social media presence in Syria, please let me know, because obviously I don't believe things that Foodie says.
To Salah, think of all the haters. They're going to accuse us of being scammers. It's never going to end. And you know what? He said, who cares what they say? And that's it.
Well, of course, because Salah is a scammer. He doesn't care what anybody else thinks or says. He just wants that cash, girl.
Whatever. No, my breathing is worse since being here. I don't know why. Maybe the AC constantly. When I get back, I'm going to see the doctor and try to control my diabetes. I kind of did make up with Shannon. Yeah, we talked when I was in Canada. We've been friends for a really long time, so yeah, we pretty much talked it out. We're fine.
Man, unfortunately, diabetes, I said it kind of like her, runs rampant in the part of the world that I'm in, and it is very, very common to see people with missing limbs because they could not get their diabetes under control. Arms, legs, etc.
It's hard when you've had love for somebody for that many years to just turn it off. Yeah, Carolina, we talked when I was in Canada online, but I didn't see her or anything like that. I don't talk to her. I haven't talked to her since Canada. But if I'm completely honest, I think if I told her not to tell something, I don't think she would. I don't think she would tell somebody something I really don't want her to. Just because I've known her for so long and she's never done something like that to me. And I think she was just really caught up with being online and really upset about the swordfish and really scared for me because she's been in really bad abusive relationships. And I was really mad, but I then became more mad. It wasn't just her telling, it was her turning to who. Now I brush my teeth.
Okay, I will say along her gum line in this shot, it looks very, very clean. Good job, Chantal. My teeth, I do not whiten my teeth. I kind of think that this is what my teeth just look like because I brush them frequently. By the way, you guys, if you don't know, this came from my dentist's mouth. There is literally no teeth whitening product that works unless it has hydrogen peroxide. Okay, that is the main ingredient, and it shouldn't be too expensive. So don't buy expensive, teeth whitening kits. If anything, the best one you're going to get is from your dentist, and he makes, like a mouth guard mold of your teeth, and he gives you, this stuff that requires to be refrigerated or something like that in order to whiten it. But like, don't listen to people being like, oh, rub the banana peel or the charcoal on your teeth. Nah, man. And teeth whitening toothpastes are also a scam. The way to whiten your teeth is to let the peroxide sit there and just bake, okay? Brushing a little bit of it on your teeth for upwards of like 10 minutes, and you're probably spitting out that stuff, isn't going to have much of an effect in my opinion. So use a toothpaste that any other toothpaste besides a whitening toothpaste is what I'm trying to say.
Actually, I'm just gonna wash these in the sink and bring you guys back to wash my hijabs. Every night, oh. There's a stain here. Gotta get it out. I can't stand having sweaty stuff, so I have room service ketchup on this one. That's good. Oh, come on, no.
This is like a halfway serious question. When you live in a place that like doesn't have AC, do you like moisturize at all? Like, I feel like if I got out of a cold shower and then moisturized and then started sweating, like it would make me just honestly just freak out.
I need a washer for that, I think. Yeah.
I hate getting sweaty after I shower. It makes me want to go insane.
I'll hang it here. This is the bathroom. And I brought my own toiletries. I don't know, I think that's a bidet. I'm not sure. If you want to order room service while you're on the John, then you can. What is this for? I hope, coming here on a break doesn't mean that if we had our home and it didn't need a reservation, I wouldn't have come here. I didn't come here just for AC. I needed it just to be alone a lot, mostly. And he said, why don't you stay in a hotel in Syria, because they're about, for a place with AC, it's about 150 a night US for like a fancy 5-star in Damascus. And I just don't want to, it would just be more, it made more sense for long-term stay to come somewhere that's a bit cheaper for more comforts, How many days do you think I should go without getting my room cleaned? Like, what do you guys think? 3 consecutive days, so tomorrow will be day 2, so I should get it done.
When I go to hotels, I do not like to get my room cleaned. I don't like people going in my room at all. I'm a little bit paranoid about that stuff. Oh my gosh. Y'all see that? I did calves and tibias at the gym today, and to work out my tibias, I use the Hacks squat machine. And for some reason, when I get in that machine, it just tears me up. Like, I can't figure out how to like fit my shoulder in there right to where it just doesn't obliterate my shoulders. But yeah, I do calves and tibias on a separate day than I do legs, because by the end of my leg day, I'm just so exhausted I can't even imagine doing another exercise. So I'll just the next day hit the calves and tibias. That way I have, more energy to focus on them anyway, because if I'm being honest with you guys, my calves, they're lacking. They've been lacking. I could definitely show you guys a picture of my dad's calves and use that as an excuse, but I just need to eat more and, lock in.
Oh, I just have to put the garbage, there's like a few cans, that's it. You have the car? Yay! You're gonna pick me up at the airport, sweet love? No, I don't feel bad leaving Salah because it's things I can't do.
She can't sleep because she's feeling guilty about stealing the money.
When I go back, I'll help him with things I can do. Does he know how to build stuff? He doesn't really have to build stuff, but yeah, he knows how to do stuff. He's pretty handy. He's a handyman. I like handyman. Obviously, I would prefer him to be with me, but it's not possible. That's okay. I'm not gonna.
Salah, to me, gives he smells like a scammer to me.
Here for long. I wonder if Salah will get the AC or not. I'm on vacay from Syria. Yeah, I am. Salah has to renovate, and yeah, I'm here for AC and food.
She has to be out of the house so that Salah can paint it and plug in new light bulbs and fixtures and stuff. Like I just
So
don't even get
I'm here
it.
till the house is pretty much finished. I wonder if I should publish one of my mukbangs.
She's done roughing it, y'all, officially. So is this her saying that she's staying here until the AC is installed?
I only do mukbangs when there's nothing else to do, pretty much. Did you have to fly to this place you're in now? Yeah. 2 hours, 50 minutes, bees. Chantal, our culture is exhausting. Non-stop food visit, 2-hour coffee visits. Yeah, at the same time, it's very nice. People are so hospitable. But there was a few days straight of just not even have.
Man, if I had to lay in a hotel room and do nothing, I would genuinely go insane. When I was sick and unable to like go to a gym to exercise for it was at least a week, I was going insane. I felt nasty. I was grumpy, partially probably because I was sick, but
A moment alone to complete a single cameo for a few minutes.
not really.
For example, I was just like, it was constantly
Internally.
with people, and it was just really, I was just exhausted, and I'm like, if you're gonna be renovating the house, why don't I just go somewhere then, and take a break and a rest? Oh no, well, I don't want you to go, I don't want you to leave. Well, I really think this would be good for me. No, he's handling it better than me. He doesn't mind. I said, how do you feel? Do you like being around people 24/7? And he's like, after a while, I like some space, but we don't have much privacy, so having our own place will be better. I mean, I'm with Salah all day, but he would have to take off, and tend to things about the house and stuff. And I was just like, if you're just gonna be leaving me, with all kinds of company all day when I'm tired, I will just travel. If you don't sit and smile, they get insulted. I was really crappy one time when I refused to go visit someone, and like I feel like they thought I was rude maybe a bit, but I was like, I physically can't. This time I was getting burnt out with all the visiting. The day that we were visiting Sassa's schools, it was really hot that day, and we were going from town to town. It is a culture thing, and I was so tired. I was still feeling very ill, and we stopped in about 3 different people's houses. I think it was the 5th person because we kept stopping, and it was hot, and I was really tired. I wanted to go home, and we stopped, and I was like, "Where are we stopping now?" And then they stopped at this place that just like somebody's house. They knew another person, and they wanted me to go in and say hi and everything, and I just like was like, "No, I can't. I am too tired." So I hope they didn't think I was rude, but like I have limitations on my social abilities. I waited in the car with Salah. Yep. And I still feel bad. So when we got home, I said, "Can you translate that? I'm really sorry about that. It's just that like I'm not used to all of the attention. I'm not used to visiting, so many people in one day. I don't even visit my family. Like when I was in Canada, I would see my family once in a while, not that much. That's okay. Who cares? Me, literally every family holiday, right?" Yes, an introvert and an extrovert culture. Yeah. Only human. I don't mean to be rude, but, and that's why I'm better off here because he would be leaving me from day to night while he's at the house. I mean, I'd be in the way there. I think, it's all dudes. I'd have to stay with the ladies back at home, and there's no translator, and there's like a million kids, and it's hard. It would be really hard for me. So yeah, that's why I'm like, if you're going to be working on the house, I may as well.
Okay, so this is kind of another just kind of out of nowhere thing. I was doing cardio at the gym, walking up the stairs to bike. And right when I sit down to bike, a woman covered in a hijab like gets up and leaves, and I'm like, was it because I'm a guy and she had to leave? Because if I knew that was a thing, I definitely would have like gone to the other side of the gym and just like walked or something,
Just go and rest. Hey, Monique. And we'll have our own place set up, and I won't have to worry,
There is like a squad of women wearing hijabs that does bike occasionally. I think it's so cute. It's like 6 or 7 women all in a row, and they're just like kikiing and just like biking. It's so cute.
Kids equals noise. And they love me. I love them too.
Some of them even bike the opposite way. Like instead of pedaling forward, they pedal backward. I'm like, y'all are so funny.
It's exhausting. I don't know how they do it all day. But one time they were like all on me. There were 6 kids on me, and one screamed really loud right in my ear.
Mm-hmm.
And I looked at Salah because we were talking about me going away for a bit, and I was like trying to convince him. And I looked at him, and he just I think he understood at that very moment. And Salah was like, probably be better for you to go rest in a hotel because I'm going to be very busy with the house. And he could see I was getting pretty exhausted, not feeling well, All the kids, noise, and heat, yeah. Constantly, like day and night. So after a while,
Day and night.
it's like, I just need a bit of a break because we were staying with them because people who had a lot of kids and stuff, because we had to leave that stuffy apartment We didn't want to pay another month of rent because we were moving into his house. He's my sweet love. He's gonna pick me up. I was afraid I'd have to take the bus again or something. The thing is the airport's not right downtown Damascus, so he should be fine. Sweet love. I can't wait to see the new car. The one we had, this one is like 8 years newer. 8 years newer than the one we had. Hopefully it runs a lot better. And doesn't. So we got stranded. The car broke down once. The one we had. And we just stopped wherever we were and had a picnic in like
Oh my God.
a field. After it broke down once, I'm like, you have to sell this. Like, there's no way. I think ours was like 2008, 16 or something. Well, the house was his, so it's not like he just bought it. It's not like he bought it. It's a family home. The car, we just pretty much sold the old one. And I think he only had to pay like a little bit of a difference. Like maybe a few thousand or something. Not much. But we need a car. Like we have to. That's a necessity in Syria. If you can. It's not me doing well. I didn't buy the car at all. It was all Salah's money from Kuwait, so. It's because he sold the car and then we had no car for a bit, so we were getting a ride in this like old, oh my gosh. It was a truck that when you start it, it will move. Even if the brake's on. By the way, they don't care there really about road rules. Like you don't have to wear your seatbelt ever. If they stop you, they just make sure the car is not stolen. They don't even ask you for your license. Like they don't care if you have one or not. Like it's really different. There's not really a lot of stability with government. That's why. So I had my IV when I was at the hospital, and we got picked up in that truck from someone Salah knows, and it started moving, and I almost fell on my ass with the IV. It was bad. Hopefully see you tomorrow, okay? Boy.
Wow. I can't imagine having to tune in for that full 5 hours for that. I guess we did get some interesting revelations from our girl. You know, we know that she flew, it was like $900. I don't know. What do y'all think? Do you believe... Hold on. What's that? Is that a mole? Yeah. Okay. Do y'all believe Foodie more now that she's gone live again? Do you believe her less? The same? I'd like to know what you think in the comments below. Thank you guys for watching. This will most likely go up on Saturday, so I will see you guys Sunday night. I usually, once I finish my Girl World Watch, I upload it like right then, essentially. My personal deadline for videos is 6:30 p.m. daily, but I try to, as I edit them, get it out. If I do have a pre-recorded video, I always post pre-recorded videos at 6:30, and honestly the reason is because like, what if I wake up one day and I plan to do a pre-recorded, but Amberlyn Reed, you know, pops off. I want to have time to film and edit and post before that video goes live. So I'll quit yapping, you guys. I hope you have a good weekend, whatever day it is when you're watching this. I'll catch you guys later. Have a good one. Bye. Thanks for watching. Like, dislike, comment, and subscribe if you want.